Good morning, college football fans, and welcome to the 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio, your directory for all that is sports. Here we go, guys. This is the day that so many of us have been waiting for, as that's right, college football has returned. Now, college football, depending on what you call college football, because yes, we have had some lower divisions start already last week, and we definitely, that's why you're here. We consider that, obviously, right along with the top of college football. But FCS fans, your day has officially arrived. Okay, more so the FBS fans. Okay, obviously that's the first thing to show. But yes, that day has come. And kickoff is here. Last night, we saw some good ones already. TCU taking care of Stanford. Wisconsin looking like they don't know how to play football anymore. I mean, we get some good stuff yesterday. It was pretty good. So, I'm got to give a shout out to Western Michigan for that good fight. But, oh my gosh, yeah, Tar Heels in action. We are back in full swing, guys. And today we are getting to it. High school football has been something else. This week, y'all, it is it. Here we go, man. Modern day Bishop Gorman coming at you. That is going to be one heck of a battle coming on up this weekend. D3 starting next weekend. NAIA already ready to roll underway. So many great things to get through today, guys. The college football, of course, D2, NAIA, all the fun stuff. Number 3, Ferris State, picking up number 2. It's all coming your way right here on 3 and Out College Edition on IE Sports Radio, directly for all that is sports. Welcome, football fans, man. Here we go, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. This is it, man. This is the time of year where we get so excited and so happy because we freaking love our college football. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming, of course, my co-host here. I'm your boy, Larry B. And welcoming in my co-host, man. He is, of course, IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer. He is the host of several shows here on IE Sports Radio, including Set Point, which women's volleyball just got underway. And boy, it did not disappoint. Some great games already this week. So he'll be covering all of that on Set Point. He covers all things SoCal sports, man. All things Southern California on an awesome show we like to call the SoCal Spring Sports Show. And then, of course, he's my co-host for this show. He's a busy man. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. He was at a great game last night in Orange County. This dude, man, we love him. And, of course, just a great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Mr. Teran Rodriguez. What's going on, brother? How you doing today, man?
Hey, Larry B. Glad to be up and at 'em, ready to talk some college football. Let's get this started.
Oh, let's get it, man. I feel like the Black Eyed Peas, you know? Let's get this started, Terrence. So with that said, man, my gosh, we got so much to get to today, and I'm really excited. Like, no joke, man. We got so much. We got our picks. Today we get back to making our picks, Terrence. I mean, we made a pick last week. Didn't work out so well.
Thanks, Florida State.
That was awesome. Teran, you can't ask for a better start than that to the season. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That was hilarious. Hey, that could be a great sign. I would love that. So before we get into all that good stuff, you guys, we got to show a little bit of love here to our awesome sponsors and a brief word from IE Sports Radio. So hang tight, you guys. Here is a word from our delicious sponsor, Planet Jerky, and our awesome sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals. A word from IE Sports Radio. When we come back, we're jumping right into the high school action. You are listening to 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio. Your directory for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Feel it. Feel the track. That's right, y'all. That's right. Bobby here. Yeah, but right? Let's get into it, man. Because check us out all down here, these awesome platforms. Show us some love, guys, because we are everywhere, man. IE Sports Radio. We do our best. We strive so hard for now over 10 years to be your direct feed for all that is sports. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man. Of course, big shout out to my beautiful wife's company, Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Awesome little wax stamps you're going to want to put in your little letters, gifts, baby shower invitations, all that cool stuff, man. Wedding invitations. Our very own Miss Angela Winstead, her and Fred are tying the knot in December. She ordered some for her invitations. They look awesome. So check her out. And of course, Planet Jerky, man. Nothing goes with sports like jerky, especially Planet Jerky. I mean, come now. So grab you a bag, listen to the shows, enjoy some sports. That's what it's all about, you guys. So thank you very much. Show some love. Of course, give us a follow here. Oh, yeah. At 3 and Out, CEIE. And of course, follow my boy Teran at Teran Rodriguez, the number 1. And of course, you can follow me, boy Larry B at VTHE_LB53. without further ado, let's get to it. Teran, man, bro, high school football. Oh my gosh. Nationally ranked high school football has been awesome. Wow. Okay. So first things first, Teran, we gotta get into this real quick, man. Number 2, Bishop Gorman. It was a good game. It was a good game. Bishop Gorman, they are now 2-0 on the season. Okay, they look good. Okay, they looked solid. They took care of business last week. They took care of business this week. They took on number 9 this week. I know I don't have the rankings up there. Sorry, guys. But Bishop Gorman, number 2 in the land, the defending national champs, took on number 9 St. Thomas Aquinas on the road. And, well, they would escape with it was a nice victory. I mean, I don't want to say it was too narrow. 29-21. Teran, what do you think about this game, man?
I thought it lived up to the hype, and I thought it was everything and more. I think it was a definite barn burner. I think that both teams played really well, and obviously there was going to be a little rust and a little bit of some struggles, but I think it was just a hard-fought game between both teams that are both nationally ranked.
It was definitely a good one. I love the fact that Bishop Gorman, they just keep on doing their thing, man. We got plenty of their players getting there. I mean, this school is without a doubt, we talked about it already. Brandon, keep on forgetting how to pronounce his name, but Gay, I believe. He's amazing. And of course, Jet Washington. We see what this guy can do. I mean, Teran, you and I know a couple things about wide receivers from Bishop Gorman. Yep. We got one of our stars at USC is one of those guys. All right. So from a couple years back. So, I mean, this is a very, very, very stacked football team, and they did their thing. They played hard last night or last week, and it was a good one. Solid, and looking forward to seeing what these guys did or can do moving forward. However, Teran, we love talking about the big games, and well, though Bishop Gorman is riding the high right now, they're 2-0. They, looking good. Well, Teran, there's a team that they're going to face this coming weekend or 7 days from now, whatever you want to call it. And boom, there it is. This is the one. This is it. If there was a national championship game last year, this would have been probably the game. I mean, once again, Chaminade Madonna, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. They were in the mix as well. But this is it, man. Number 2, Bishop Gorman, the defending national champs, are taking on number 1, Mater Dei. Oh, yeah. Out of Cali next week, September 6th in Santa Ana. Teran, talk to us. What do you think of this one?
I think it's the most highly anticipated game that anyone has seen. I would not be surprised if this one was sold out. It's going to be the hottest ticket in high school football. So get there early and find a legit streaming site if you can't make it. Just do what you can to watch this possible legendary high school football matchup.
It's going to be fun, dude. I'm looking forward to this one. My gosh, I'm excited for it because we need to. I don't know, man. We need those nationally ranked games more. I love it. I love when these high schools get to going at each other. Obviously, Mater Dei I think is the favorite here. They're number 1. They're stacked. Bishop Gorman has a puncher's chance. They definitely have a great football team. They can definitely head over and get a victory. But it just all comes down to how well prepared they are. Mater Dei is going to come, and Mater Dei is going to do what Mater Dei does. So with this said, Teran, what do you think, man? I mean, obviously, pick your winner. But when it comes to okay, well, first things first, before we get too far, I want to see if this goes together. Who do you got in this game?
I have Mater Dei winning. I think Bishop Gorman's offense, it's good, but their big issue is can they run the ball down Mater Dei's throat? I think Mater Dei, with their quarterback Dash Beerley, I think he will provide good depth at in terms of the passing game, And Mater Dei's defense should be more disciplined than they were last week when they played Centennial. I think that was just the case of just rust and whatnot. I expect it to be close. I don't think this one's going to be a blowout, but Mater Dei, I think, is going to come out on top. I think that they've been waiting for this moment, and they have good. They have a very good coach, obviously, with Raul Lara. He has got that team in the correct direction, and I don't know if you know, but when he got hired, it was just all positive praise for him. It's just saying that it was a great hire and that Mater Dei struck gold with this. So I think for Mater Dei, I think they've got everything in terms of their bases being covered.
And that's amazing, man, because Mater Dei, like I said, we talked about it last week, the Rawlinson era ending a couple years back. And you take a look now at this team and they're still dynamite. They're still a hell of a team. And they're still what is, they're like a premium high school football team. They are at the top. This team is definitely the gold standard of the top of the top. I mean, these guys are incredible. The Monarchs have proven to be a extremely talented team. They've produced some amazing players. So obviously, you're going to see a lot here. Now, same thing, Bishop Gorman. I'm going Mater Dei as well over Bishop Gorman. I think this is going to be a fun game, but I just can't see Mater Dei losing this one. But which brings me to this, and this is why I wanted to wait until we picked after. All right, since we're talking about Mater Dei and Bishop Gorman, number 1 and number 2, we just obviously both picked number 1. I don't feel like it was a hard decision to make, even though Bishop Gorman's going to get their licks. But I don't feel like it was a hard decision to make. Obviously, unless you're a big Bishop Gorman fan and you're like, no, upset is going to happen. Upsets have been happening around college football, high school football like crazy this week. We'll get into some of those right now. But realistically, no bias or anything. What do you think, Teran? What is the real gap between number 1 and number 2 right now?
I would say not too much. And Bosco's coming. Obviously, Bosco had themselves a nice win against Chaminade Madonna last week, and they also wound up winning at home big last night. But for number 2 versus number 1, the gap between those two, it's not too much separating. But I feel Mater Dei is clearly the better team. I feel Mater Dei definitely has the more complete roster, and I just feel that they should be ready and willing because they obviously want to defend their home turf, and they've been waiting for this since last year, ever since their previous coach Frank McMahon said we want Bishop Gorman, and sure enough, they're going to get it. And I think they've been training all this time for this moment, and they've circled this game on their calendar. They said, let's schedule Bishop Gorman and let's work our butts off up to this point. So I think this is going to be very exciting, and we're going to see who is the true number 1 team to this point.
Oh yeah. I just obviously, I know we spent some time on this, but I mean, next week, man, this is it. I'm excited for it. I know next week we're gonna get. I want to get into some players next week. Really try to get into the X's and O's of this game because this is a true, number 1, number 2 game. This is a true test for both of these teams early on. I love that. We want Bishop Gorman. Let's go. I want it. I want to see this so bad. So let's get it, man. Let's see what we can do. So next week will be a lot of fun. We get into that. But Teran, there was a lot of freaking upsets this week, man. Oh my gosh. Incredible stuff, man. First things first, I don't even know how to pronounce this, if it's Blanche or Blanchy Ellie. I don't know how to pronounce that. But these dudes, man. Chaminade Madonna obviously going heads up with Bishop Gorman. They got they didn't get that victory. And here we go. This week, Chaminade Madonna has a chance to rebound. And they took on the Giant last week. Here they are this week, man. And they get themselves a full-on chance to be like, all right, we're back on the winning track. These dudes were tough. They dropped to number 11 last week. And, well, Teran, guess what? These guys find themselves in an overtime battle, man. And they came up just short. So the Tigers, man, the Blanche Ellie Tigers knock off the Lions of Chaminade Madonna. Darren, wow, Chaminade Madonna. They finished number 2 last year. I mean, this team has produced some great talent in the last couple of years. Darren, they're 0-2. Is it time to freak out and hit the panic mode, or hey, is this just is this the game? What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's time to freak out. Obviously, it was a barn burner of a game, winning in overtime. And looking at everything and more, I don't think it's too much time to hit the panic button. I mean, Chaminade Madonna has lost to St. John Bosco at home, which I think was a tough loss. And then they lost to Blanche Eli of Pompano Beach. So I would say it's time to freak out. Obviously, being 0-2 is not as ideal as ever. But in terms of like winning the state championship and whatnot, I think they'll be just fine. I mean, I think national champions might be out of the question this year, but they still have plenty of football. You got to get up off the mat and you got to move on to the next one. And Chaminade Madonna is still a fantastic team. It's just all about basically moving on to the next one and just throwing this one away. Because American Heritage, that's going to be a real good one right there. We talk about Mater Dei, Bishop Gorman being good. Chaminade Madonna, American Heritage, that's going to be a fun one. And then after that, they've got a quick turnaround against Edison. No, not Edison being named after Southern California Edison. Mm-hmm. And it's a different Edison, which I think might be from Miami. So yes. Yeah, the Red Raiders.
They're coming up, man. So no, you're right. And yes, I'm sorry. I know why I said Bishop. We're on the Bishop Gorman train right now. That's why. But yeah, St. John Bosco in week 1. They just lost this one. American Heritage, another top-ranked team out of Florida there. So, dude, this is gonna be, man, Chaminade Madonna. They wanted the smoke, I guess. I don't know what to say. But yeah, Teran, that's in this game, man. Look at this box score over on Max Preps, dude. It was 14-7 Blanche Ellie in the first quarter. Scoreless second quarter. Okay, so at the half, 14-7 Blanche Ellie, and then 7-7 in the third quarter. So at that point, it was 21-14 Blanche Ellie. Then Chaminade Madonna gets a surge in the fourth quarter where they score 14. And Blanche Ellie scores just 7. So they were tied going into this thing at 28. And then obviously they came up short. Blanche Ellie scored 7 in overtime, and Chaminade Madonna only scored 6. So that's what happens, man. I mean, it was oh my gosh, absolute barn burner. It looks like here at the end, at the very, very, very end, it was a missed PAT, man. Just a tough one. Missed PAT will end the game, man. So, just a stake in the heart for Chaminade Madonna.
I'm a little surprised they didn't go for 2 just to try to get the win.
I mean, why not?
But
right?
What do I know?
I'll tell you, that was definitely a hell of a game. But, Teran, we had another upset last night, man. And this one's even crazier, I think, honestly. Just like maybe low-key, a little bit crazier. Because, dude, Corner Canyon, man. Okay. So we gotta get into this, man. Corner Canyon. Wow. This team, man. So last week, okay, Corner Canyon, 2 weeks ago, they defeated American Fork 70-42. Then last week, this was one of the biggest upsets we've seen, right? They knock off IMG Academy, okay? And it was a big, giant thing. Everyone freaked out. Oh, my gosh. Down goes IMG Academy, who doesn't lose very many games. And then there you go, Teran. This week was supposed to be, another one of those. All right, let's get it up. And nope, Lone Peak. Who are these guys, man? Lone Peak out of Highland, Utah. In-state game right here. These dudes come to play. And what happens? They defeat that mighty Corner Canyon 28-21. Teran, Corner Canyon just came off a huge upset, and then they got upset themselves. How about that?
Yeah, I thought it was a very fascinating game, a very good game, and it just goes to show that in-state rivalries, you never know with these rivalries right here. I think that's a great win for Lone Peak, and them being undefeated was certainly no fluke. But for Corner Canyon, that's just really tough right there. Going from beating IMG Academy to basically falling on the road against in-state rival. I think for Corner Canyon, it's obviously still early, so you could still recover from this. I wonder if these two teams can meet in the state playoffs. But over and bear in mind that Corner Canyon was actually number one in the state. So, man, that's a big win for Lone Peak. Winning that one, I think that is and Lone Peak wasn't too far behind. They're actually number two in the state. So great win for Lone Peak, and that's a statement win right there.
Without a doubt, dude. And talking about statement wins, talking about teams who upset somebody last week, talking about all that fun stuff, dude. Okay, while we're on the topic, I mean, absolutely big ups to Lone Peak for getting that victory. But dude, we can't go any further, okay? Because these guys are gonna drop. They're currently 23, but dude, obviously, okay, Sarah, the team that Tom Brady played for, okay. Um, yeah, last night, Folsom, the same Folsom that last week, those Folsom Bulldogs, man, defeated Long Beach Poly, one of the best teams in the state of California. They whipped them, man, 63-20. We talked about that last week. Here we go, man. Sarah will get their shot at these guys, man, and look what happens. Sarah knocks them off 22-21. Sarah wasn't even ranked, man. Obviously California ranked, but not nationally ranked. And down goes Folsom. So 22-21. Extremely good game. Sarah earns this thing. Folsom's going to find themselves outside of the top 25 going into next week for sure. But, dude, what do you think about that, man? I mean, once again, another one. Folsom knocking off a great Long Beach Poly team, and then they get knocked off themselves. What do you think about that one?
Well, it just goes to show that you still got to play the game, and no matter and it's any given week at this point. And I think that's a great win for Sarah, putting Northern California on the map. We haven't seen that since De La Salle, so a very big win for Sarah defeating Folsom. And Folsom, look, I don't want to take anything away from their win over Long Beach Poly, but Poly has a younger team than most people think. I think Poly, I wouldn't say they're down this year, but they're very young. They're more young than most people give them credit for, or most people think. So I think for Sarah, this was a big win. And I would say Folsom overlooked Sarah, but I just feel that last week's win over Poly, that was against a very young Poly team who also is 0-2. They lost to Lincoln of San Diego last week, or last night.
Which is crazy. I mean, you gotta tell me, these games are insane. High school is so much fun to watch. And well, Teran, here we go again. One more, unless you got another one in there somewhere, Teran, but one more. And this one, dude, it's another Cali deal, because I mean, a lot of ranked teams over here in Cali. Dude, wow. Last night, down goes the football factory again. Okay, first week it's excusable because it's freaking Mater Day. They played Mater Day last week. Teran, you try to get to that game, just wasn't to be. But regardless, Teran, dude, Huskies, man, Corona Centennial, one of the top teams in California. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Santa Margarita, they're a damn good team. Really cool uniforms. But, obviously, a trendy league team. They're great. They're 72nd in the country. Definitely way higher in the state of California. Centennial, man. They took their lick last week. They lost to Mater Dei. And, well, here they go again. Unfortunately for these guys, they take a loss last night. And Corona Centennial is now 0-2 to start the season. Santa Margarita 1-1. And here we go, dude. This team, well, what do you think? Once again, is it panic time? What are we looking at? I mean, obviously last week, Santa Margarita, they took their lick there too. So what do you think, man? 31-15. Santa Margarita knocks off Centennial.
Yeah, that one was a little surprising. I certainly didn't have that on my bingo card, but gotta give credit to Santa Margarita. That's a big win right there. Obviously, last week I mentioned that Santa Margarita played Mission Viejo at Mission Viejo, and I thought that was going to be an instant classic. Unfortunately, Mission Viejo wound up stomping all over them, but Santa Margarita put up a great masterclass performance against Centennial. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say unfortunately. Unfortunately for Santa Margarita, they had to face Husan Longstreet, who was actually making his debut. Remember, his debut in his senior season. Remember, last week he did not play, as he actually did not have enough practice reps. He actually appeared to have been playing good. He was actually what's the word? He was in warm-ups last week against Mater Dei, but since he did not have enough practice reps, Matt Logan decided to hold him out. So he got the start this week, and I feel he might have been a little bit rusty just because he didn't play as great as most people thought he would. But again, it's his first game back, and first game back from injury, and I just feel that this one, it doesn't do him a little justice. But it just feels so weird seeing Centennial 0-2, and it's actually their first time Centennial has been 0-2 on the field since 1998. And it also would have been the first time that Centennial had gotten shut out, had they gotten shut out since 1998 in their season opener. So yeah, it's crazy stuff to see Centennial going down, but I think they'll be fine. I think Husan Longstreet just needs his reps and whatnot, and I still see Centennial in Division One. And the only way they don't make it in Division One is if they lose to a team that's like way outside the national rankings and way outside the California rankings. So I think Centennial will be fine. It's a big win for Santa Margarita just because I feel that they kind of get the shaft in terms of the Trinity League, in my opinion. And they didn't really have the flashiest offense, but their defense was straight up phenomenal. And then Trent Mosley, we talk about really talented wide receivers. Dude had all but 19 of their receiving yards. He had 207 on the night. He had 2 touchdowns in terms of the receiving game. So I think that's huge right there for him. And the defense really balled out, except for the fourth quarter. But at that point, it was pretty much desperation mode for Centennial.
And that's insane, man. In 98, gosh dang, that was 26 years ago. Jen puts here in the comments, that's the year I graduated. Good old Jen B. Good morning, everybody. Once again, Ralph.
Sorry.
Jumping ahead here. We'll get into the D1 later on, but thank you guys for tuning in, man. We appreciate you. But yeah, Teran. So once again, there's some people right now that are tuning in going, what do I care about this? Well, Teran, I think it's obvious because this little sheet, remember this little sheet, Darren? Well, again, taking a look at these guys, man, they've been having some big games. Bishop Gorman, obviously, look at all these commits over here, okay? Obviously, Florida. Take a look over here in Florida, especially for Gen B. Shaman Amadani, Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, he is going to Ohio State. So once again, maybe you should pay attention if you're, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Some of these awesome schools, man. You got all these players coming on out. This is where they're going, guys. So taking a look at some of these players. Sorry, this is from last year. This is where they're at. But as you can see here, this is why. Last year, this dude went up. He's there. Okay. So next week, I wanted to get into next week. Okay. We're going to have, of course, the players that are coming out of high school now. Okay. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Remember, Teran? Now, to this next week, we're going to throw in, obviously, this year's classes and where they're headed, where they're committed. And I'm really excited. Yeah, as you can see here, he's starting. Yeah, he's starting, Teran. So pretty good, right? So Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of these youngsters where they're going, and that's why it's really fun to watch these games, because you're watching a future Buckeye, a future Wolverine, a future Trojan, a future Bruin, a future Crimson Tide, my gosh, a future LSU Tiger. You're watching these guys before they were ever that. So it's really cool. Uh-oh, Teran, you ready for this? Oh, H.
I-O.
I love it. Oh my gosh. You gotta love it, man. So obviously Teran and I are Ohio State fans, but it's fun to do that with Jen. So
Yep.
it's always fun to do that. I don't care. It's fun. So anyway, you guys, well, there you go, man. Always a lot of fun. Next week, like I said, we'll have the updated version now with the players who are coming out. We'll be talking about how their big games are going, what to look for in the next coming games for them. It's all fun, man. National High School is awesome. And really quick before we're out of here for high school, man, obviously the big ticket next week, as Teran called it, the hottest ticket in town, Bishop Gorman and Mater Dei going head to head next week in Santa Ana. But the top 10, at least for right now, the IMG Academy, they will be taking on. Actually, past week, IMG Academy, they defeated Bergen Catholic, one of the best teams in New Jersey. So 24-14. IMG Academy next week will play at Coca. And they are obviously a Florida school. So that's that number 10 team. St. Thomas Aquinas, they just got that unfortunate loss. But it's all good. They get they tonight. Is it tonight? No, I don't know what happened in this game. This is kind of weird. Yeah, there's no score, but apparently they played the Boyd Anderson Cobras. We'll find out. But moving forward, they got Columbus next week also, and that is Columbus High School out of Miami, Florida. So also moving forward, number 8, well, Texas football just got started, man. This is crazy, man. Obviously, North Shore out in Houston, we know plenty about this team and some of the NFL stars they've produced. Well, they defeated South Oak Cliff out of the DFW area, Drewski, 38-0 to start off their season yesterday. They got Crawley next week. Okay. Next up, Duncanville, man. Also, a team there from the DFW. They will be taking on South Oak Cliff next week. And then after that, Teran, St. Francis Academy, they're going to be hosting them on the 14th of September. So that should be a lot of fun. That team out of Baltimore, out of the DMV. So Texas football getting started up over there. Obviously, we talked about Corner Canyon with that tough loss. Next week, they're taking on Farmington. And then DeSoto, and the DFW team there, they'll be taking on, it looks like Creekside. I don't know what happened there. Apparently, that was supposed to be played. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, more to come on that one. And then obviously next week, North Crawley. And then Milton out of Georgia. They just had their game last week. Alpharetta, 58-0. And they got a bye week, and they'll be taking on Blessed Trinity next week. So moving forward one more time, Bishop Gorman handled business last night. St. John Bosco handled business as they would defeat Eastwood. And it would be 71-14. So they're on it. They're looking good at 2-0 right now. And they'll be taking on Sierra Canyon next week. So there you go, Teran. All those goodies coming forward. High school, man. High school football is always a lot of fun. Definitely, man. Oh, look at this. Right at the right time, too, man. Drewski popping in. Hey, man, we hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend as well, brother. Appreciate you, man. Our boy Drewski. He says that wasn't fair for, South Oak Cliff. Yeah, man. Hey, you got to commend them, though, right, Teran? They're fighting giants. So, yeah. South Oak Cliff just needs to play 5A teams, not 6A. Yeah, man, them 6A teams are ridiculous. that's equivalent to like our Mater Dei, our St. John Bosco. I mean, well, maybe. Okay, not really, but they're still pretty good. You know what I mean? But we need to get some of them Texas. I would love to see Duncanville or North Shore play Mater Dei and Bishop Gorman, St. John Bosco. Wouldn't you love that?
Yeah, I think it would be unique, and it would gain more exposure for all the teams around the world.
Oh, it would be awesome. Sorry. So You are good, brother. So with that said, Teran, let's take ourselves a break, man. When we come back, we're going to jump on into the college football. Man, we got some 3C2A, not too much of it because that started next week. NJCAA already got started. We got some good ones coming up today. NAIA action. We got some D3, D2 coming on up. And then, of course, ending the show off with FCS and then our picks. Because, you know, Teran, we love to make our picks and then talk about how Georgia Tech beat Florida State. And then go, why did we pick Florida State? You know, we like to do that here on this show. So yeah, we need the Texas and California fights. We need those games. We need those games now. So all right, guys, with that said, we're taking ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're jumping into college football. You were listening to 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
What's good, everyone? It's Drewski, the host of Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. On this station, we cover everything in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. From where we cover the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Wings, Texas Rangers, TCU, SMU, we cover it all right here every Wednesdays from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you stay live with me on the Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris is the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.
2 great shows there that you definitely don't want to miss, y'all. Awesome shows. Trust me, they bring it. They're also rivals, so that's fun. That's what we do here at IE Sports Radio, y'all. We're crazy like that. We have all shows. There's something for everybody, y'all. Something for everybody. Like, for real, man. We're like Baskin Robbins, baby. We got flavors here, flavors there. What you want? You feeling like some sweet fruit, tutti frutti? We got that. You want some chocolate? We got that. You want Rocky Road? Boom. What you need? We got it all. We're the dude walking around with the coat. Okay, we're not that. That's not no. It's okay. Erase that part. We don't want that. We're not that guy. But we're kind of like that guy, just in a sports way. So anyway, whatever you want, y'all. We got what you need. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Oh my goodness, Teran, it's been a goodie, man. We've had ourselves some fun that first segment. Let's get on into this next one, man. Getting some college now. Okay, so 3C2A, obviously, I want to explain this a couple of weeks in a row. The 3C2A, that's where I played, at least the first stint of my college football. This is the California Junior Colleges, okay? Junior. Man, yeah, hey, that's low key IE Sports Radio. You know what I mean? We're hustling them sports, y'all. So what you want, we got. You know what I mean? Just gotta, just gotta come talk to us real quick. You know, you gotta come talk to us, and don't do it in front of police. I'm just playing. No, but yeah, man. No, we got what you need, man. We appreciate you all for tuning in and being a part of this, man. So, with that said, guys, 3C2A, that is good old junior college football of California. The rest of the country is NJCAA. And well, Teran, there's not a lot going on because, well, there's nothing. I mean, obviously we got a scrimmage today, but next week we're going to get more into it. We already circled it, man. A big one. Long Beach taking on the defending national champs, the team that I played for, Riverside Community College. Looking forward to the Tigers doing a great thing this year, man. Hopefully they can do it. Citrus, College of the Canyons looking good, man. That should be a lot of fun. We got Golden West and Bakersfield going head-to-head. I mean, there's going to be a lot of great teams going on. I'm excited for Mount Sac versus Mount Sac, really. Mount San Antonio taking on Mount San Jacinto. That should be a lot of fun. I mean, Teran, we got a lot of fun ones. Cerritos, Antelope Valley, San Mateo, Sierra, San Bernardino Valley, San Diego Mesa, Glendale, and College of the Desert, COD. I mean, there's a lot of good ones next week, okay? So we will get plenty into that and move forward in that, but I don't want to take too much time on something that's not here yet. Let's get into the NJCAA because that is what's going on right now. That actually kind of already started. But before we do that, I don't want to, if you had any notes or anything, what do you think, Teran? Anything you want to add for the 3C2A before we kind of rush into the NJCAA?
No, I just think I think we'll be discussing this a lot more next week, and I look forward to it. I know you're looking forward to Riverside playing Long Beach. I think that's a big matchup right there. And then
Teran got so excited he went sideways. You saw that?
Yeah, I'm going off the wall here. And then Mount San Jacinto and Mount Sac. That's a big one right there. I really like that matchup right there. So I think those two matchups are definitely ones to watch.
Man, Mount San Jacinto, this is their first year being super relevant. I mean, obviously they played RCC last year. They got smacked around. But they're starting to play the bigger schools, and I like that. I like that. I like that. It's really nice to see this school being powerful. When I was in high school, nobody was going to, if you were going to Mount San Jacinto, it's because you weren't that good. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but you were like a B teamer. You were a second stringer that really thought that they started high school football too late. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you were a 4-year starter, I mean, not tooting, but I was. But, you know what I mean? If you were a 4-year starter in high school, okay, you had a chance to go play for one of these bigger, tougher schools. If you were somebody who started playing their junior year and was like, hey, I should have been playing since I was a freshman. I never started, but I got in. That's where you went. You know what I mean? You went to the team that wasn't that great. They were still a college football team. They were good if you still want to play college football, and there you go. So I guess it was one of those things. So anyway, but now it's decided to see them really, really get out there and start playing. So NJCAA action, Teran. This is the rest of the country's junior college conference here, or whatever you want to call it, sanctioning body. All right, Teran, here we go, bro. Here we go. Yeah, it's playing. I'm excited, man. We had a couple games last week. We talked about them, and we'll get into those briefly. But yeah, dude, last week looks like a true game. Snow. I didn't even know Utah Islanders. I don't even know who they are, but Snow beat them 56-0, which means that they're 1-0 because they're that good. Some of these were just scrimmage games or whatnot. Georgia Military also played Jerry Prep. I don't know, 74-17. It wasn't even close. So a couple of those games, and then obviously on Thursday we had some games where we had here Jones looking very good, coming out extremely strong, defeating Mississippi Delta 41-9. That's crazy. And Mississippi Gulf Coast taking on the original Last Chance U, East Mississippi, 34-28. Mississippi Gulf Coast, they have also been a current national champion. Hutchinson, man, a team that we saw in the national championship last year, they played Iowa Western. They're going to play them again very soon here in a couple of weeks. But Hutchinson just flexes their arms, man, looking good. Them Blue Dragon wings that keep flexing, man. 42-10. They defeated New Mexico Military. And, of course, we know New Mexico Military, also another team that won a national championship in the previous years. Also, Dog City over Tyler. That was a close one, barn burner there. Dog City defeating Tyler 20-17. Obviously, Tyler over there in the DFW for our boy Drewski. So, Teran, dude, we had some pretty good ones, man, in the last couple of days. And then obviously today we got some goodies, man. We're getting ready. Iowa Western. Okay, I just got to put this out there. But number 1 Iowa Western taking on number 11 Georgia Military. Let's go, man. Georgia Military, you and I have talked about them for a couple of years, Teran. These fools produce, man. These guys they bring it. I'm really excited for this one, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. This game's going to be out in Milledgeville, I believe is how you say it, Georgia. So really looking forward to that one, man. And then Navarro in Garden City. Okay, that's another one. Number 13 Navarro in the DFW taking on Garden City. Number 9, another team who produces plenty of talent. Teran, that's really all we got for the NCAA. But any comments, thoughts? What you want to pick a winner? What you like?
So there was actually one game that happened on Thursday that was actually called short due to weather, but apparently a winner was decided. Coffeyville actually played Kansas Wiesel JV, and Coffeyville wound up winning 35-0, but it was decided the game was called in the second half due to bad weather. So I just want to throw that little tidbit out there. It wasn't because something else or there was like aliens and whatnot, or Kansas Wiesel JV wanted to call it short, but Coffeyville won, but the game was decided because of weather and whatnot. So that Mississippi Gulf Coast East Mississippi game, that was a thriller right there. Mississippi Gulf Coast needed everything and more to win that one. So that's a great rivalry right there. That's a great in-state matchup right there, and a great game overall. So other than that, the Tyler Dodge City game was very phenomenal right there. Dodge City shut out Tyler in the second half, and they needed everything and more to win in terms of their offense. So I think we had a lot of great games last week, and we're going to get some good games this week.
Oh yeah, man. And I'm looking forward to that because we have some good stuff. I mean, looking here even for the junior college, some of the guys that who are already getting ready to transfer. And looking at this, it's pretty cool, man. I see Iowa Central, obviously. They've been looking good. And it looks like Bryce Anderson is going to be heading over to Memphis. He already committed. So congrats to him. Cavante Henry, man. Cavante Henry out of Cerritos College right here. Defensive end right here. Out of Cali, man. He actually played at, oh my gosh, it's escaping me where he played high school. But yeah, dude, he is on his way to Mississippi State next year, which is really cool. 6'4", 220-pound defensive end. So, I mean, really cool, man. Tyler, we just talked about Tyler Junior College in Allen, Texas. He is now a Houston commit for Jaden Lawton. This dude is just he's been a machine, 6'2", 280 pounds. So once again, we see these guys balling, man. So we're going to have plenty more of this coming out, for you guys and talking about who's going where, but really, really keeping track of these guys who ball out in these weeks and make it happen. So yeah, Mississippi Gulf Coast, East Mississippi. My gosh, what a game. And it's kind of funny here on the website, Teran. It just has the time. Copia, Lincoln, and Coahoma. Because it says 47-0, second quarter, 12 minutes and 36 seconds. But that was on Thursday. So I wonder if they just called that one too.
Yeah, or maybe someone forgot to update the score.
Yeah, true. Can you imagine? Just stop the game. Just go handshake. Just my buddy told me one time, man, kind of funny. High school football, they were beating somebody so bad that after the third quarter, freaking buzzer goes off, the head coach just walks in the middle of the field. That's it. They just walked in the middle of the field and told us, like, come on, shake hands. We ain't playing the fourth. No, we ain't playing the fourth. We're done.
Well, I think there was like a score was like 99 to like nothing. And then I think one fan told us that it got to the point where they had to actually go for field goals instead of just sending the offense out, just to have good sportsmanship. It might have been like Division II or Division III or NAIA, but that was still wild. I still remember that to this day.
Field goal practice. You know what I mean? Wherever the returner returns the ball, we'll kick a field goal from there. Let's see how much leg you got. You imagine that? You know. I'm sorry, that'd be great. You know. All right, everybody. Jake Gonzalez is out for a 78-yard field goal.
Let's see if this one has the leg.
His longest of the year has been a 32. So, you know, this is that's cold. And you know damn well they're gonna have a returner back there. So you better have everybody running. Oh, that's cold. That's messed up. I mean, it's kind of funny, but hey, man, you play the game to win, man. So you come out and play, damn it. Anyway, there's a little NJCAA action for you, man. Teran, who you got with these ones, man? I gotta go with the Reavers, man. They've 2-time back-to-back national champs. They're probably gonna win the damn thing again. Georgia Military is good, but I gotta go with the Reavers here.
Yeah, Iowa Western seems to be the obvious pick right here. I think Georgia Military will make it close, but those Reavers are just too good.
Oh, they are so good. This is a closer one. This is, yeah. I mean, look, man. Garden City, out of obviously Garden City, Kansas. This is a good school, man. I mean, we've seen them year after year. We know they can deliver. It's just, I don't know. This is a hard one for me, man, because Navarro can ball too, man. They get that Texas football thing going, man. I don't know. This is a close one for me. I gotta go Garden City by a hair, but damn it, this is gonna be a fun game. What do you got?
You know what? I'm gonna take Navarro. I'll take Navarro just to be unique.
Hey, let's see what they do, man. I mean, I think this game could really go either way. Like, honestly, this is a hell of a matchup here early on in the season. So we'll see. Once again, keeping track of players and everything as we go. But appreciate you guys checking out the junior college section there. Let's get into the NAIA, Teran. This is dude, the NAIA they're ready, man. They're kicking off. They've already kind of got some games underway, but as always, their websites are kind of odd. They sometimes hard to navigate. But this past week, some things happened. Reinhardt taking on Carson Newman of D2 there, and boy, Carson Newman took them to the woodshed, bro. 50-7. Carson Newman defeats Reinhardt. Damn. Yeah, that was a beatdown. Obviously, Montana Tech played Georgetown, Kentucky. We talked about that last week. Montana Tech winning that one 29-22. Really good game there. And another game that we thought was going to be really good, or at least I did, man. Rocky Mountain out of Montana taking on Dickinson State out of North Dakota. Boy, that was lopsided, man. Dickinson State knocked around Rocky Mountain 42-17. So, yeah, some great games being played there on Thursday. Yesterday we'd had a few, but they're honestly not really that important. I hate to say that, and then of course today. Oh yes, we got some fun ones today. At least I would like to think. Benedictine out of Kansas taking on Morningside. Morningside's been on a weird little slump lately. Obviously, they won the championship. I think they went back-to-back a couple years ago. Benedictine, they haven't been there yet, at least recently. So that to me is going to be a very, very fun matchup. That's actually my matchup of the week for the NAIA. There's some good games, but that's the one for me. I gotta pick that one to be like the game. So what do you think, Teran?
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. There actually was an FCS team that played an NAIA school a day or two ago. It was actually Stephen F. Austin as they took on North American. And unfortunately for North American fans, this one was kind of expected. Stephen F. Austin beat them 77-0, unfortunately. Can we just outlaw NAI schools playing like Division I schools? Nothing against it, but it's like that's so one-sided if you ask me. It's like it's one thing to be expected, but my good golly gracious, like that is a thumping right there.
That's cruel. That is very cruel. Oh my gosh. When was that, Teran? Was that last weekend?
It was like a day ago from what I'm reading. This was it was on Thursday night in their season opener. It actually went to 5-minute quarters in the second half. So just because they led by 70 at halftime. And in terms of like total yardage, Stephen F. Austin wound up winning that category 675-40. 675-40.
Dude. Okay, well.
5-minute quarters in the second half.
Yeah, this is okay. This is getting ridiculous. I'm sorry. Yeah. Gen B in the chat. Yeah. Mercy rule, please. Yeah. Bro. Yeah. Okay. This is why we have
or
these.
FBS for that matter.
Yeah, really. Anything Division I. That we know that the NAIA has their Division 1K, and we know that this team like Reinhardt, they are Division I. I don't even know who that is. North American.
The worst part is that there's actually another time where Stephen F. Austin wound up beating an NAI school by a lot to a little. In 2022, Stephen F. Austin beat Warner of the NAIA 98-0. And that's not a basketball score.
And they still got to vote the next day. Trine. I'm just kidding. Trine. Just kidding. Poor Trine University. Dude, get out of here. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, this needs to stop. This is cruel and unusual. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, once again,
somebody took the over, or someone had money on the over. I know it.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, this needs to end. This is why we have these. Okay, this is why we have our divisions, our sanctioning bodies. The NAIA is amazing. We love the NAIA. We love great NAIA football. But when you start trying to jump up playing these really big teams, come on, bro. That's no. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, that's a little crazy. Damn. So 5-minute quarters. You heard it here, guys. 5-minute quarters. SF Austin completely dismantled North American. And I hate to say it, I don't even know who North American is. So, yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, that's so deflating to the lower school. Thank you. Like, they don't even want to play anymore. Like, they turn in their gear after the game. Dude, that's crazy. Well, wow. Okay, so thank you for that, Teran. Thank you for the downer. I'm just kidding. But yeah, dude. I don't know. But okay, so as I said it, do you have another game that you think would be pretty good, or do you think Morningside and good old Benedictine is going to be the game of the week? What do you think?
I think that's going to be the game of the week right there. Both those teams are storied programs, and I think both those teams are going to deliver a barn burner.
Yeah, me too. This is going to be a great one. Benedictine here. I mean, look, man, they had a good run last year. Benedictine, they were 8-3. They looked really, 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 really good. They were moving up, towards the later half of the season. Morningside, obviously, so they were champions a couple years back. They went back to back, I think, in 19 and 20, or I forgot those years. But regardless, 9-3 last year. Both these teams knocked out of the playoffs. Regardless, give me Morningside. It's going to be a good one, but I'm going to go with them Mustangs, man. Let's ride. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'll take Morningside too.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, but I don't know. So anyway, Teran. So there we go. We'll have more NAIA coming your way next week. We have some good ones actually next week, but we don't want to spoil it. Well, do we? I don't know. We have some good ones, though. I know for sure next week, man, there's a couple that I was kind of peeking at earlier for next week, and I was like, oh, that should be a fun one. That should be a good one. I kind of want to see if Rocky Mountain can redeem themselves. They're taking on Montana State Northern, so I kind of want to see if they can do something, and get back on track. Tabor and Evangel, two, good schools there. Morningside obviously taking on Concordia. So got some good stuff there, and that's on Saturday. Okay, we do have some Thursday action as well. Kaiser and North Greenville. So, we'll talk about all that coming up. But yeah, Terrence, so good stuff there in the NAIA. And apparently, we're both taking Morningside here. Morningside, please don't screw this up. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't screw this up. Please. Okay. Don't pull a Florida State. Don't do that. So, all right. So, Teran, we are now into Division 3. And you know what? This is it's not till next week. I know. Just like the 3C2A. I know. I'm not going to jump ahead here. It's going to be fast. But dude, looking ahead, man, we have some fun ones. Oh, we got some goodies, man. We got some real fun ones just for the listeners here, man. We talked about it already, I think, last week. But number 19, John Carroll, and number 3, Wisconsin Whitewater. Oh my gosh, that's going to be fun. I cannot wait for that game. Also, number 17, Wisconsin River Falls, taking on number 7, Alma. Another good one. Number 8, Johns Hopkins, and number 20, Ithaca. Oh my gosh, that's another. We are spoiled in week 1, man. We got some really good games there to come off with. But anyway, so we'll get into those. Unless you want to comment on any of those, we'll get to Division 2.
Yeah, we got a lot of great games this or next week. I think we're in for a fun NCAA Division 3 football season.
Oh my gosh,
Division 3 football season.
I'm really excited. I don't know can SUNY Cortland do it again? I don't know, man. North Central looks so good. Mount Union is obviously in there. Gen B is going to get the Mount Union thing going on right now. Go JCU. There you go. John Carroll. These teams, man, we got some really, really, really good schools going head to head next week and obviously throughout the season, man. So looking forward to some D3. Jumping on over now, Darren, into some D2. They're actually getting underway. And there's no way, Teran, there is no way that we can even go any further. I know actually, did they already start playing, Teran?
Yeah, they did.
I saw Angelo State play like a couple days ago, but I don't know. Obviously, Carson Newman smacked Reinhardt 50-7. I know that was an actual game. But yeah, there was a game the other day that I was like, wait a minute, like I got to get that on the show. And now I totally forgot what it was. Oh, there it is. Missouri Western and Minnesota State. This was different. This was different. So number 11, Minnesota State. I had higher hopes for this. We talked about this one a little bit last week, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't forget to add that one. And I did. So, good job there. But yeah, man, this one was a pretty cool game because the fact that, I don't know, I feel like obviously Minnesota State won that thing, but I don't know. I kind of felt like there was more on the field for Northwest Missouri. This game here, you talk about a good team. Okay, you talk about a good team, Minnesota State, who was just in the national championship a couple years back. The Mavericks, they're a solid football team. And we talked about how both these teams won the national championship at least in the last 10 years. And overall, I don't know. Forgive me for saying this, but 36-22, I thought it'd be like a 3-point game, Teran. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, honestly, this was Minnesota State really brought it. They shut out their opponent in the first half. The final score doesn't really give it any justice. Nothing against Northwest Missouri, but honestly, Minnesota State just really brought it. They showed why they're on the fringe. They're close to being a top 10 team, and they're very close right there, if you ask me. It's just that Minnesota State just held Northwest Missouri to only 10 first downs.
Oh my God!
They held Northwest Missouri to negative 17 yards, which again, it goes back to what I said. You need to have the ability to run the ball down the opponent's throat,
yes.
Which we'll get into in a little bit. Sorry. But also it didn't help that Northwest Missouri fell behind so much in the first half, and they had to play catch up, which forced them to abandon the run game. So that's when Minnesota State was able to basically flush them out the rest of the way. So I think that was a great win for Minnesota State. I think that they definitely have so much upside to them. And when you take away the run game from the opponent, you're basically doing something correct defensively.
No, that's for sure, man. That's a crazy stat. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But dude, you gotta love this, right? You gotta love a game that you thought would be good, but really wasn't. Because one team definitely brought it, and the other one just didn't. So, dare I say, Teran, will that happen here? Number 3, Ferris State. He said, hell no. Number 3, Ferris State. They were champions a couple years back. Pittsburgh State, number 4, Pittsburgh State out of Kansas. Michigan, Kansas right here, man. Kansas, this Pittsburgh State team, they are a very strong team. Man, I'm really looking forward to this game today.
Yeah, this one is the creme de la creme, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be an instant classic. I really want it to be an instant classic. I don't want any one-sided stuff.
No.
I think we are in for a barn burner.
I hope. I really hope, man. I mean, there's no way we can't be excited for this. This is a game that's going to start things off. I think this is going to set the tone for the whole D2 season, dude. It has to.
Yes, it
has
will.
to. I'm going to go Ferris State by a safety. I don't know why it's weird, but I'm doing it. What about you?
I think it'll be Ferris State by 1 score.
It'll be fun. It'll definitely be fun. So I'm looking forward to that, Teran. This is going to be great. Oh my gosh. We have ourselves some fun. And we're going to have ourselves some good stuff. Once again, we talked about this game right here. This was awesome. But once again, we're not going to see a game like that, I don't think, again, in this game at least. So good stuff here. Oh, Blue says hi, everybody. Blue's their thing. So, yep. Blue's over there. Hi, Blue. So, all right, guys. Well, with that said, man, Teran, we got some good stuff there in all of those lower levels. Well, Teran, nothing left to do but talk about the big boys. And, well, when we do that, we'll be doing that when we come back. Here we go, guys. We got FCS and FBS coming your way, including some games last night where we're like, what the hell is wrong with you, Wisconsin? I don't know. Stanford. Maybe you shouldn't have joined the ACC because you're not on the freaking East Coast. I don't know. That has nothing to do with last night's game. I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, with that said, guys, we got all of that. And then our picks for this week. You are listening to the 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. When we come back, we are talking Division I, double and single A. Oh, yeah. It's going to be some good stuff. Don't worry. We'll be right back after this.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Teran Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hockey fans, I'm Adam Kernick.
And I'm Zach Puplis.
Together, we are the newest version of Hockey Talk on IE Sports Radio, The Neutral Zone.
Zone.
We love hockey, but we also know it's not everyone's first sport. So we want to make this show as much for new fans as for the diehards.
Whether you can name all the Swedes on the 08 Red Wings Stanley Cup team, or if you can't tell if Varlamov is a goalie or the latest trendy vodka, we're here to help. With facts, figures, and outrageous fans, we bring you all the hard-hitting hockey news you can handle, while still keeping it fun and on the rails. Well, mostly.
So tune in every week as we go around the hockey world, from college to Canada, the minors and the majors, and everywhere in between.
So bring your cellies,
And your one-timers,
you wicked wristas.
and be sure to protect your five-hole.
Catch the Neutral Zone every week on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We promise not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode.
Well, you don't gotta do that no more, Adam, because there are no more Arizona Coyotes. But with that said, guys, welcome back to the final segment of 3 and Out College Edition right here on iSports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We thank you guys so very much for tuning in and showing us love. Well, Teran, here we are, man. We have reached the FCS and FBS, and realistically, Teran, we can just kind of intertwine this. Obviously, the cupcake games, I hate to call them that, but they are. Those are heavily being played in the first couple of weeks. We're going to get some good ones. We're going to get some really bad ones. We're going to get, all that. And then it's kind of blended in there with the FBS. So realistically, we're just kind of talking Division I in general, FCS and FBS, just kind of intertwined. So anyway, Teran, last week, man, Tarleton State he's putting away McNeese. Dude, I'll tell you right now, Tarleton State making the jump from D2 to FCS is great. They have played so damn good. I really, really, really love what they got going on, man. This dude, Britton, is a monster. 164 yards on the ground. I just love what this team brings. 25 carries. They looked amazing. Tarleton State, man, get ready. This team is coming, man. I really love what these guys got. Defeating McNeese 26-23. I'm just going over a few of them. Montana State. Hey, they are an FCS team who defeated an FBS team last week, defeating New Mexico 35-31 on the road. The Lobos aren't that good, let's be real. But hey, they'll wear that badge, man. That was a good one. Great victory there for the Bobcats of Montana State. So you see some of those good ones. Then you see some of the lopsided ones. I say really lopsided. I mean, Hawaii, not one of the best teams in the country in the FBS, but yeah, they're an FBS team. They defeated Delaware State 35-14. Obviously, you see some of the blowouts. Missouri, number 11 Missouri, knocking around Murray State 51-50. Okay, hopefully they got their trick plays down in that game. Number 12 Utah, just smacking around Southern Utah 49-0. I mean, we're gonna see all these. Rutgers beating Howard 44-7. Blah. But a couple games that were really good, like this one right here, I thought was great. Youngstown State, man, and Villanova going head-to-head. Villanova, just a great team, man. These guys have really produced some good talent in the past, and I'm really hoping they can really kind of return to being a really, really, really solid FCS team. They defeated Youngstown State, actually, 24-17, man. And big ups to Villanova, man. Watkins, their quarterback, 10 carries, actually, kind of crazy, for 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was the leading rusher in that game, which is crazy. So that happening. And then, Teran, we got to get over to this game. And, well, some people, I don't know. I've been hearing all kinds of stuff about this one. But, yes, Teran, North Dakota State went head-to-head with Colorado. Coach Prime and his team were tested. North Dakota State is a team that we've been talking about needs to make the jump to Division I Single A. Them and South Dakota State, they're just not, and that's okay, whatever. Keep dominating FCS. But the Bison, man, they had these guys scared. Let's be real. They really did, man. They 31-36 final score. Colorado wins this thing, but my goodness, did North Dakota bring it. They fought like hell, and they really, really, really played well. Shedeur Sanders, 445 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, but my gosh, solid game for him there. But yeah, so we look at some of these games that were really, really, really good. Teran, do you have any, San Jose State, Sacramento State was another good one too. And we had some other ones. But Teran, Any other ones you want to highlight, or you want to jump on any of those?
No, I think the North Dakota State Colorado game was fantastic. Obviously, Shedeur Saunders was amazing, and Travis Hunter there's a reason why he's one of the favorites to maybe win the Heisman. But I feel North Dakota State, that one was basically going to be a shootout in terms of like high octane offense. I knew we were going to get ourselves a high scoring affair. Both those teams don't really play the best of defense. I got to give it up to North Dakota State, though. They went toe to toe with an FBS school, let alone one that was basically one coached by the Coach Prime. Is it kind of bad that I really wanted North Dakota State to win? I feel it might have been, but honestly, North Dakota State really made Colorado earn that one. So I think it was a hard-fought game by both teams. Obviously, you feel for North Dakota State, but hey, they managed to push Colorado to the brink.
And that's what you want. I mean, that's, okay. So every year we do this, and we give a quick little talk about this. But so Teran, that's what it is. That's what those games are. They say, okay, hey, we're over here in SoCal, and even though SC's never played a cupcake game, thank God. I hope they never do, because I'd be very angry. But hey, we're Fresno State, and we want to play a team that we can kind of like a tune-up game. We want to play a school that is obviously not as good as us at all. They're a lower division than us, and we can kind of beat up on them. And we want that. We want to, be able to, it's like a scrimmage, just a game. Obviously, they get a victory on their record and everything like that. But, there's a lot of money involved, so Fresno State will pay, I don't know, University of San Diego freaking a couple mil or something. They'll break them off nice. Okay. And they'll be like, maybe not that much, but some money, some good money, hey, look, we'll pay you this and we can, come on over here. And you play us. Hey, you might beat us. You don't know. Get some experience versus a bigger team. And yeah. And then obviously you get these lopsided games. I hate it. It sucks. It's stupid. I understand why they do it, but So yeah, but you just got to love it when those teams actually really come to fight and they're a better team. They're bigger, better school that they're playing, and they almost win. So anyway, so we're going to ignore those cupcakes today for sure. And kind of just give you the real FCS versus FCS teams, because Chattanooga and Tennessee, come on, really, you know what I mean? Illinois State and Iowa, yeah, that's great. Indiana State and Purdue, yeah. So obviously we see how some of these teams some of these games may end up, but there is one game that I do want to highlight. South Dakota State. We talked about it last week. South Dakota State taking on Oklahoma State, dude. If North Dakota State can almost beat Colorado, do you think this is it? Do you think that the defending national champions of the FCS this year will knock off Oklahoma State, or no?
Perhaps. I think Oklahoma State's a little bit better than Colorado, in my opinion. I think I just think Oklahoma State might be better in terms of like matchup against South Dakota State, but I think it'll be a great game regardless. I hope it will.
Yeah, they're obviously favored by 12.5 points. They're good. They're 17 in the country. They're going to be pretty good, But yeah, I'm looking forward to some of those cupcake games, but I don't want to actually like talk about them too much. We got a bunch of them though, man. I feel like we're not even really getting much here. My goodness, there's so many of them. North Dakota State, Iowa State, yay. Portland State and Washington State. Towson and Cincinnati, yay. Baylor and Tarleton State. Oh my gosh, if Tarleton State wins that game, I will freaking laugh. Idaho and number 3, Oregon. Even though Idaho used to be a Division I single A team, they've gone back down to Division II or double A. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a bunch of those. Okay, obviously Texas A&M Commerce as well, also jumping up to the FCS. They're taking on San Diego State today. So, we got to look forward to some of those. But, Teran, we got some goodies here that are actually FCS versus FCS. And I like this. Southern which I don't know. I actually know. I think I don't know if they went backwards or not. Southern and McNeese are going head to head, but Cal Poly and San Diego. Teran, this is going right into your wheelhouse, dude. You know, you obviously you do the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, and you talk about these teams all the time. And today, this is actually a pretty good game, man. These two teams are going head to head. What do you think about this one?
This is a rivalry that always seems to happen every single year, and I like this rivalry. I like how they renew the contract every year to basically face one another, and that's good for FCS football, let alone football in California. So I think this is going to be a fun matchup. I actually picked Cal Poly to win on my show yesterday, 28-17. I think San Diego will keep it close, but I think Cal Poly will find a way to pull it away. I think they just have the studs on that team. And one player who I kind of highlighted that I kind of covered back in his high school days was Josiah Lamarque. Keep an eye on him because he could either be punt returner, kickoff returner, or a wide receiver. And he's only a freshman, so he might not get the starts and reps right away. But I think once he sees that field, his nickname used to be Boogie or Showtime. I'm thinking that he'll develop into a star at Cal Poly.
That is awesome, man. I love those stories. Where did he play
at? He played at Newport Harbor High School. I covered him. He won a CIF Southern Section Championship his sophomore year. Yeah, sophomore year. And he actually, I think he was like one touchdown short of either tying the all-time touchdown record or surpassing it.
That is freaking sweet. Well, there you go, man. Newport Harbor, obviously Teran's alma mater there, so that's really cool, dude. I like that a lot. I'm excited for that. Missouri State, Montana, Southeast Missouri State, New Mexico State, and then Montana State, Utah Tech, and then great Weber State and Washington, because that's another offset cupcake match. So whatever. Anyway, Teran, that game right there is going to be a lot of fun, though. I'm excited. You know what? Just to be a Torero, I'm going with it. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say 24-21. Let's go, San Diego. How you like that, Teran? How you like that?
Well, I don't think it's a bad pick just because San Diego is hosting. I just feel that the Mustangs of Cal Poly have more horses than San Diego. Or in other words, San Diego doesn't have the horses to keep up with the Mustangs.
Wait. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to hit the doom. But yeah, that's pretty good. Well, let's see. I'm excited for it. This will be a good one here in FCS. So, Teran, we've made it, man. We are in the FBS now, and we can't go any further without talking about this game. TCU starts with a victory. I know there were more, but I just really wanted to get into this one. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
I had a feeling that they would start the season with a win. A loss to Stanford, which is projected to win about 4 games, would be so detrimental to TCU. It'd be more detrimental than last year's national championship hangover.
Teran, this was horrible. This was sad. Dude, wow. I mean, beat down. What do you expect? Yeah, Stanford just went downhill, man. Shaw left. This team they went down so fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stanford is just not a good football team right now at all. So, they're there, but they're, So anyway, but going over a couple of games from this past weekend. Okay, really, Georgia Tech. Am I mean for laughing? I'm sorry.
I laughed at Florida State too last week. Yesterday's show.
Yeah. Hey, that triple option's a mother, ain't it? But dude, I just feel bad for Uyunglele. Homeboy's laying out. Huh?
I said the same thing on my show yesterday. I said I feel bad for DJ Uyunglele because dude's been bouncing around to several different colleges. He was supposed to be the succeeder for Trevor Lawrence at Clemson. That didn't work out. Then he went to Oregon State. Everyone thought he was going to go to Oregon, but then he went to Oregon State. That didn't work out. I think Aiden Childs beat him out. So now he's at Florida State, which I think might be his last ride, but we'll see.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy. Obviously, St. John Bosco, product here of Southern California. It sucks that happened, but dude, Georgia Tech is way better. I mean, they weren't way better, but they were better when they needed to be better. And Florida State, I mean, my gosh, number 10 in the country. Oh my gosh, they should I don't know. That was a tough go. I feel really bad for that team because especially after last year, if that happened to them and they got snubbed and whatever, dude, they got punked.
I'm starting to see why they were left out of the college football playoff.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see moving forward. But yeah, dude. So a couple notable games: SMU defeating Nevada 29-24. That was a pretty good game. That all happened last week. And then this past week on Thursday, we had some okay games. We obviously talked about some of those FCS FBS matchups that took place, but obviously we had some big ones too going head to head. North Carolina, bro, the Tar Heels and Minnesota going head to head. How about this, man? The Tar Heels on the road went at it, and they got that victory 19-17. I mean, wow. It's crazy. Hampton, I got to give this guy mad props, man. 129 yards on the ground, 37 carries on the day. This dude was seriously the MVP of that team. But yeah, man, I don't know. Did you watch the game? I got as much as I could of it. I really did.
I did.
Teran, what the hell?
That was very
yeah.
That would have been pretty fascinating if you ask me. I mean, it was a game to say the least. And man, if you're North Carolina, you're breathing a sigh of relief. But I think they're going to start missing Drake May more.
Oh man,
especially since he's not starting for the Patriots.
Yeah, and that's its own thing. But yeah,
but this isn't 3 and Out. This is college edition.
Yeah, from what I understand, poor Drake May. But yeah, they're missing him a lot. But as of right now, I don't know. The Golden Gophers, I guess I don't really have anything bad to say about the Golden Gophers because I kind of feel like that's kind of where they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're good, but they're not great. So losing games like this, I don't feel like I don't want to say it's like typical, but I would say like, okay, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like give them another year or so, whatever. But yeah, so anyway, that was pretty cool. And this is another good one I wanted to bring up. I don't know why I skipped this one in the FCS, but Teran, Sacramento State and San Jose State went head to head. San Jose State beat them 42-24. They're both there, obviously, in Northern California. Dude, some of these guys, like Tayo Tolliver, dude, this guy, man, 22 carries, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that was impressive. Now, obviously, San Jose State, Nash, that receiver, he's really gone 10 receptions for 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's insane. Nick Nash is a beast. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, man, that was actually a pretty dang good game for being FCS versus FBS.
Yeah, Nick Nash, I actually am a little familiar with him. I didn't cover him, but he did play kind of nearby. But yeah, that was kind of expected. I give it up for Sacramento State. There's a reason why they were one of the better teams in the FCS last year, and there's a reason why I want to say they made the FCS playoffs, and they had an unexpected run to, I think, maybe the quarterfinals. But regardless, Sac State really held their own against San Jose State. So I think it shows that these inter-region rivalries can really bring out the best in teams. And when you're an FCS school, you really got nothing to lose. You're getting paid to play this team, and if you pull off the upset, then you're going to be the talk of the town in terms of the FCS, and you might actually you'll definitely be ranked in terms of the FCS standings, and you'll get loads of respect, and who knows, maybe the recruits will flock over to you.
And that's true. That is very true, Teran. So taking a look at some of these games from last night, Oklahoma, number 6 in Oklahoma. I mean, Temple's not a FCS school, but they might as well have been last night. Oklahoma just beat the crap out of these guys, man, 51-3. Ouch. I mean, it was not even close. But, once again, just one of those games Michigan State having a very hard time with Florida Atlantic was actually kind of funny to me because, dude, I mean, look, the Owls.
This isn't basketball.
This isn't basketball. Yeah, I don't know, man. Florida Atlantic actually played really, really well. And my gosh, other than the running back in this game, Lynch Adams. Other than him, there was nothing to smile about, really. Michigan State, they probably should have won this game a lot more. They won 16-10. I get it, a win's a win, but and then of course, Teran. I mean, we talked about TCU defeating Stanford 30. What was this? Let me get rid of that. Sorry, we talked about TCU defeating Stanford 34-27 on the road, but dude. Wisconsin found a way to win this game where they defeated Western Michigan 28-14. But dude, this game was very, very funny. Oh my gosh, this game was funny. I'm sorry. Am I mean for laughing? Am I mean?
I don't think so.
Teran, on Wisconsin? I'm just saying, look, I was expecting like a way better performance. Okay, Western Michigan, I get it. They haven't been that team since the Cotton Bowl a couple years back. I get it with that whole run with them, and I get it. And I get it. They're still an FBS team. I get it. I understand it. But Wisconsin, look, the Big Ten just turned into the bigger 10. Okay. I feel like it's only a matter of time before freaking Notre Dame, Notre Dame, but Clemson or somebody joins too. Okay.
San Diego State.
20 teams now. I mean, bro, you kind of need to get your crap together. You know what I mean? And yesterday, dude, Wisconsin just didn't look that good. I was not impressed at all with anything from them. Nobody went over the century mark. Obviously, Van Dyke, the quarterback, did. But I mean, 192 yards. I mean, I didn't see anything in this game that made me go, hey, this is a good Wisconsin team, Obviously, Walks may be eating crow if they beat SC in a couple of weeks, which I hope they don't do that. But Teran, hopefully that was just getting the kinks out, man, because at the half it was 10-7 Wisconsin. Then they led 13-7 at the third. And then obviously, I mean, don't get me wrong, they were leading this game. It's just, I don't know, man. I feel like Wisconsin, I don't know. What are you thinking about this?
I'm thinking someone on Wisconsin took the point. Ooh, perfect timing, Bernie.
Perfect timing.
I feel someone on Wisconsin either took the points from Western Michigan or someone had the under. But yeah, that was a game right there as well. It took three quarters for Wisconsin to figure it out, but they eventually figured it out. So, boy,
I know. And to me, okay, look, dude, it's the first game. Okay, I'm not sitting here saying anything bad. Watch Wisconsin come out, start kicking everybody's ass. Okay. But Teran, oh my gosh, look at Bernie. So Bernie Bengal, obviously Big She Sports here. Catch him tomorrow. Awesome show, man. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sunday is Bernie Bengal, man. The guy does an amazing, phenomenal job every week. He did an amazing job this past week with our superhero theme. But yeah, I mean, he's going off, man. We play like that next week against South Dakota. Fickle's seat might warm up. Oh, no, he's right. Wisconsin just look. Maybe they didn't practice a lot this week. Maybe they took practice like a joke this week. I don't know what happened, but something didn't click. And yeah, this right here, 388 yards, 20 plus first down. Red zone offense is bad. And yeah, they just didn't look. This is a team you guys should have beat pretty easily, especially as a Big Ten. That's why I'm holding them to a higher standard. The Big Ten now is going to turn into like the SEC and Big Ten are going to be like Holyfield and Tyson, man. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, seriously, this is, we need, and these teams need to get that much better. Bernie, I'll be venting a bit tomorrow on Big Cheese. I'm here for it. I don't understand, but it happens. I'm not going to write them off now. The Badgers are still the Badgers to me. Just last night wasn't their day. It wasn't. But let's applaud Western Michigan right? For playing good. They played good. Yeah, exactly, Bernie. We used to beat WMU Western Michigan 49-3 and not break a sweat. Exactly. It should have been the starter should have been in hoodies, in jeans, and in regular shoes by the third quarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't have to be figuring it out going into the fourth.
Yeah, this game should have been on ice with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Coach should have been, "Hey boys, shower up, just stay in the locker room." You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, get some rest, or whatever. Like, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. If I base the season off this, 6 assists might be that sucks. Because I would like to see Wisconsin do good, man. I really would. It just, I don't know. They bummed me out last night. They did. So yeah, D-line is our Achilles heel. Yeah, they didn't look so good last night. The whole defense didn't look that good last night. They did enough. They really did. They did enough. They didn't do what was needed. They did that was enough. And I didn't like that. Outcoached. Hopefully Wisconsin. Oh yeah, absolutely. And hopefully WMU wins the MAC. And I think they can. They came out to play last night. So let's see what they can do. But dude, I didn't see the Wisconsin team that we've seen, right, Teran? You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't see that team. So hopefully they flip the switch somewhere and get crazy. So, Teran, first of all, I have a question for you. It's a very important question. And then we're going to make some picks. Okay? So obviously, this question is very important. And I'm going to ask this now before the season even gets underway. Because today might be the turn. I don't know. Okay, here we go, Teran. Today, number 19 Miami will play Florida, a team who I still think is better than them. So, if they win this game, Teran, and they start doing good, this little joke might be out the window, and that sucks. I'd be bummed, but sometimes good for Miami. But one more time, possibly for old time's sake, Teran, is the U back?
I'll see it when I believe it. But with how bad the ACC is, I think they might be back. They might flirt around and win the ACC and make the college football playoff. But that might be as far as they get.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say. Okay, this is gonna sound kind of messed up. I'm going Florida, dude. We're starting our picks.
I actually really want to pick Florida. I'm so tempted to pick those Gators. But I gotta play it safe and pick Miami. I just think Miami is the safer pick. But don't be surprised if Florida somehow wins. If Florida wins, then we will all have a nice hearty laugh next week. And for all the Miami fans laughing at Florida State, then it's gonna be karma for you all if for some weird reason Miami loses this week. But I don't think they lose to Florida.
No, me either.
Florida will need Tim Tebow magic in order to win.
I know. Well, I'm picking Florida here. You're going Miami?
Yeah, I'll go with Miami.
Let's see what happens, Teran. Number 14, Clemson, taking on number 1, Georgia. That's happening in just like 10 minutes. So that's going to be a good game. I just can't do anything else but say go Dogs here. I just can't. Nothing will let me do it. So, Teran, what do you think?
I think this will be a sneaky good game, but I think Georgia is going to overpower Clemson.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like this is going to be anything. I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun, but there's no way. So, yeah. Okay, well, give us Georgia. Teran, we have number 8 Penn State taking on West Virginia, the Mountaineers. Teran, you know the song, Take Me Home to Where I Belong. I think Penn State's going to take them home today, man. They're going to keep. They're going to put them in bed, man. They're going to tuck them in tonight. I don't know, but West Virginia. They've had some decent teams, but this ain't the game. I'm going Penn State all day.
Even though Penn State is mid and average, I have to pick Penn State against this West Virginia team.
Yeah, I'd like to say it'd be a fun game to watch, but I don't think it's gonna be very fun to watch at all. So yeah, so that for sure. Give us Penn State. Are you sure, Teran? You don't want to rethink that one real quick?
Yeah, I think Penn State will win this one.
Teran's like, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna rethink my pick here. So
Penn State isn't amongst the best, but they're certainly not amongst the worst.
yeah, no, that's for dang sure. And I mean, yeah. Well, this next game, Teran, should be a fun one. Number 7 Notre Dame taking on number 20 Texas A&M. Bro, this one's gonna be pretty fun. I'm actually really excited for this game. What do you think?
I'm actually going to go with Texas A&M for this one. I think there's something about Notre Dame when they play ranked teams that always seems to throw them off kilter. I feel the Aggies are going to come up big in this one.
This is a tough one. Okay, so you're definitely going then. You're going Aggies. You're going Gig 'em.
Yep.
Well, Gen B is with you. This one is so hard for me. This one is so hard for me because I hate Notre Dame. Obviously, we're SC fans, but this one's so hard. Teran, this will be the one time I take Notre Dame. this will be the one
it's
time.
It's the safer pick, but it's going to be in College Station. And again, I just feel that Notre Dame, I feel they're going to get exposed. It's early for me to say that, but I feel A&M is going to find some way to expose Notre Dame, and it's going to be this whole thing where Notre Dame starts off being really good, really ranked high in the top 10, and then they lose to a team that they're not supposed to lose to, and then again we have a whole hearty laugh.
I mean, we had a good laugh recently. I'm sorry, Florida State, but yeah, you're right. I mean, we'll see. I guess I don't know. This one to me is hard. This one to me is a hard one because I want, but you're right. Watch that happen. Once again, watch me be eating crow later on when they freaking beat SC. Hopefully they don't. I know. I'm sorry. I guess SC right now, they're making me very angry, which is kind of funny because that's our next game. Okay, here we go. Tomorrow. Oh, no. Okay. The Modelo Vegas kickoff in Allegiant Stadium, a place where my teams usually lose. a stadium where my pro team can't seem to figure it out and get it together. I mean, not like they could do that anywhere else either. But, so let's hope that neither of these teams play like the Raiders tomorrow and play some good football. So number 23, USC, number 13, LSU going head to head. LSU, obviously, they're a giant. They are a strong team, and they're obviously favored in this game by 4 points, but they're favored. USC look, okay. We know who the starting quarterback is now. We know Moss is going to be there. We know what our defense was last year, and they were horrible. Like, horrible. Like, I mean, honestly, they were one notch above just stand there. Like, seriously, like, if coach, for real, man. I mean, I don't understand what happened, but last year it seriously looked like they were just standing up and just letting them do whatever they wanted to, like to every single team. This year, I really hope that somebody flipped the switch, someone turned a gear. SC has just been irritating me for a good couple of years now. Obviously, I'm going to go with this team. I can't stand them right now, and they're probably going to get smacked around. But I don't know, Teran. Is there reason to be hopeful for SC, or do you think LSU is going to run these guys over?
I think USC wins this one.
Whoa!
Now, one thing I forgot. I did not know this. I didn't know it was going to be played at Allegiant Stadium, and I feel that's USC's house of horrors because when it comes to Pac-12 championship, they lost that one. And I feel that's kind of the thing that might be holding USC back is playing at Allegiant Stadium. I'd rather than play in Baton Rouge, if I'm being honest. But I think Miller Moss is ready. I think he's ready. LSU is basically moving on. They're in their first game of the of the post Jaden Daniels era. I feel USC, they're going to have to win high scoring. They're going to have to put points on the board, and somehow they're somehow just going to need to find a way to get a stop against LSU somewhere in the game. I just feel I get this weird feeling that USC, this is going to be like the Louisville game from the San Diego Bowl. I feel that SC is going to surprise everybody in this game, and Miller Moss is going to have his first true big boy game. I mean, last year against Louisville, that was fun. That was a nice little story right there, winning and ending the season off on a high note. But I think this is Miller Moss's true big boy game.
Let's find out. We got Alden Kane here going, really obviously Arizona guy over there, doesn't not too fond of SC himself, so I'm sure. But as a football fan, Darren, I obviously, like I said, I'm biased. I'm not going to not pick the Trojans, even though they're probably, they're extremely unfavored. I hope you're right. I hope you're right in every facet, Teran. I am hoping and praying you are correct. LSU is probably going to stomp these guys because of the defense last year. It just kills me. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I really don't. I have so much hope in this team, but as a football fan, I just seriously think I don't know. LSU is probably going to rock these guys, but if they don't, and everything you said is correct, Teran, I'm so happy. I'd be so happy. I want them to win this thing, but yeah, LSU is just ASU, they got Wyoming today, so that should actually be kind of fun. I mean, obviously they haven't done anything since Josh Allen, and they probably won't. But the chocolate
that used to be the school that Jaden Daniels was once a part of.
That's right,
Arizona State.
That's right, Arizona State. That's right. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I will see. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, let's see if these guys can handle LSU, man. Hopefully that works. And then, of course, one more pick 'em for the week, good sir. Boston College and number 10 Florida State coming up Monday night. Teran, Labor Day is a fun day, right? Dude. Okay. Is it wrong of me to say, you know what? Boston College just finds the freaking flood. They don't find the floodgates, but they find that open door, and they just continue to expose Florida State. Is that wrong, or should I be saying no? You know what? Florida State's going to regain their footing. What do you think?
If Florida State can't stop the run, then they are all but screwed. But I think Florida State will bounce back. They will be playing in Tallahassee. They won't be playing in Ireland and whatnot. So yeah. I'll take the Noles.
Yeah. As much as I want to take Boston College here, I definitely want to say, let's see Florida State. Yep. And obviously Alden K here. I think Florida State will bounce back. They will. There's a solid roster. Look, this team has a lot of upside to them. Last week, they just fell apart. And
stop the run, Florida State. That's all you need to do. You have one job.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even like it was that bad. It was a 3-point game last week. But once again, they probably should have beaten Georgia Tech handedly, but they couldn't. You're right. Couldn't stop that run. So Boston College walks their film. But they're going to come out doing the triple option, man. Watch. The Eagles are going to steal the playbook from Georgia Tech. But no, man, definitely going to be a good game there. And there you have it. So my goodness, Teran, we freaking ran the distance today, man. Almost 2 hours. We are ready. College football on your TV right now. Let's do this, guys. Oh, we got it, man. I'm excited. I know you're excited. Teran, let's get it, man. Any last thoughts, words, anything you want to say on our exit?
College football is super duper bad. So bad. Here we go.
He is pulling out the Dak Prescott today, so I'm with that, man. With that said, you guys, look, we're going to have ourselves a party, man. It is college football back at its finest. I'll tell you right now, we have ourselves a lot of fun to get to. So much fun to get to throughout this season. I'm so happy all of you stuck along with us today. Lots of listeners. We appreciate you guys so very much. Give us a follow right here. All the places. Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, iSports Radio. Subscribe. Show us some love. If you missed the show, check out the recorded version either on YouTube or, well, the video version or the recorded version, audio only, on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music / Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and Giles Devin. Of course, check us out at iSportsRadio.com. Grab you some merch because you know you'll want to. Of course, check out our awesome page here, iSportsRadio.com /3 and Out College Edition. Check us out. Give us a follow because we'll be talking a lot of college football today. 3 and Out CEIE on Twitter, X. Follow Teran here at Teran Rodriguez 1. You can follow me, your boy Larry B at the CHEE_LB53. Please check out Planet Jerky, our delicious sponsor. Give them a follow at Planet Jerky on Instagram. Order your jerky today at planetjerky.net. Check out my beautiful wife and her awesome company, Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Give her a follow at Seal the Deal for Wax Seals. Order your wax seals $1 a piece, guys. $1.50 shipping. iSportsRadio.com /Seal the Deal Wax Seals. And of course, check out iSports Radio all over the place, man. We appreciate you all so very much. We will see y'all next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.